You know, they say that imitation is a form of flattery. Sometimes you don't pull it off very well. From libs of TikTok, uh, masked speaker at St. Paul City Council calls to abolish private property. This is real. And just a disclaimer, because I already said this on X, but no relation. No relation to this man. I am appalled that he's even doing something slightly similar. Like, we're not even second cousins. All right? And not like that twice removed, third times removed bullshit. No relation. In fact, I call this guy an imposter if he was wearing different colored glasses and his weird mask hat thing wasn't extra weird. But here's what he says.
What we're all participating in here is a settler colony.
Which one? The Native American one where they fought over land for centuries? That went back and forth? You talk about the white ones? You're talking about... Wait, hold on. They're in St. Paul. There was a little bit of a scuffle there, I believe, as well. Like, who stole from what to whom first? You think Canadians didn't have any issues with the Native Americans? Do you think the Swampfoot down in Florida maybe didn't have anything to do with up there? You have to be a little specific, masked man, sir. You're just saying shit to say shit. You're using buzzwords. Just for the sake of buzzwords. You don't understand the consequences of what you mean. We are one of the greatest countries in the world because we settled here and we colonized here, and natives fucked around and found out, and sometimes it went the other way. But either way, war was won. And I think they got a decent deal out of it. Could things be better? Sure. It could also be worse. But this place, you know, called the United States of America, had a few principles, and it's worked out fairly well until people like you existed. Let's continue.
On stolen land. This is
From who?
a government that represents the settlers and the capitalists and the other
Neoliberal fascists. I don't even think they know what that means. Essentially mainstream Democrats. Like, that's all he means. I don't think this guy even knows what neoliberal means. Not understanding that he is kind of in his own way a neoliberal fascist trying to take away private property from people.
fascists that live amongst us. Why are they brutalizing all of these innocent, beautiful people?
Which ones?
It's crazy. I mean, I'm sure they take care of their pets at home and they take care of their kids at home and they kiss their, kids goodnight and all that. But what this government, what this system exists to do...
Have you seen how he's not really addressed a problem yet? Like, he kind of does get to one, but he's actually addressing a problem that needs to be fixed that has nothing to do with the other shit that he's talking about.
is to enforce private property.
Yes. You have the right to private property. You know what? You're right. Actually, you know what? If you want it the other way, let's make it your mask, your clothes, your underwear, your pants, your shoes. Let's make those private property and we can redistribute it. Come on, if we're going to go full commie, let's just go full commie, buddy. But you don't want private property? You don't want to maintain your privacy? I know I wanted to maintain my privacy, but fucking communists decided that they didn't like that. So let's go full commie, buddy. Oh, no. But the thing is that the wrong kind of communism or the right kind of communism, socialism that you're looking for? Because which one's the right one? Because I don't think you could choose yourself.
And if these people think that they can just go...
These people? Who? Who? He's not even saying who.
live in the park? No. That'll bring
Okay, listen what it says there.
Live in the park. And if these people think that they can just go live in the park,
That's public property. Taxes pay for it. That is not a shelter. I used to live in a shelter. They have meals for morning. You can go back to the shelter in the afternoon for lunch, and then you could be there in the evening. They have a little bit of dinner, some warm food. They don't have to live in the park.
no. That'll bring all our property values down.
Yes, that's how that works. Because whether you like it or not, homelessness breeds crime. It's the truth. In the homeless shelters, people steal from each other. And if they're caught, they get 86'd from that homeless shelter because they can't follow the rules. And then they end up in the park where they're not supposed to be, where there's plenty of other areas they could. They could be in the woods. They can actually go out onto the highway. There are railroad tracks where you are away from people. There are a bunch of different options. But, bringing the crime, the needles, the drugs to a park where children participate in, being around nature, having a good time, that's not an upside to society that you think it is, sir. As much as you want everywhere to be Los Angeles, I vote no.
That'll collapse the whole system. So what can we do besides beg and plead, you motherfuckers?
You're just an anarchist, and you don't understand the consequences of full-blown anarchy. You are an anarchist, communist, mixed together. You don't really know what you want. This utopia where the white man's bad and the white man's been wrong the entire time. You don't know what you want. You are just saying stuff, not understanding the consequences of what you're asking for. You are a dumbass that has not thought this through.
For a little bit of humanity.
So you want to take away people's private property that they worked hard for. All right, but which class are you talking about? You're talking about the people that are living in the apartments? Are you talking about the homeless people that actually have jobs and make money and they're trying to save for that? Private property or rental property? You need to be a little bit more specific to whose money do you want to steal from? You don't have an answer for that because you haven't thought about it. You're just jealous of people who make more money than you. And rather than going out there and actually doing something for yourself, you want to blame them for your for your misgivings. All right? Look, I am not a talented person. I am not somebody that makes a lot of money. I'm just a shit talker on the internet, dude. That's all I am. And I'm not going to say that I'm the best with words by any stretch, but holy shit, I can follow a woman's menstrual cycle better than your argument.
I think what we should do is take their ability away to brutalize us like this.
Take away whose ability to brutalize? How are people being brutalized? Hey, don't be here. It's not safe.
I think we should take away the weapons.
Oh, okay. So now he wants to take police officers' weapons, maybe even private individuals. Let me guess. I'm guessing you would like those private weapons? Do you just want them in your hands, sir? Because that's kind of what it seems like. It seems like you just want to transfer all the private stuff to government's domain so they can, what's the word? Oh yeah, take over industry. It's not like we've tried that over and over and over and over again. And for some reason, everyone ends up the same class and poor. And then all the people that had the idea and got elected don't give up the power. And then another revolution has to happen. It's been tried, 20-osh times. The 21st time. The 21st time is, it's totally going to work. Totally going to work for you, dude.
From the armed group of thugs that they use to brutalize all of us.
You mean the police force, 911 dispatchers, sheriffs, the FBI, to protect us from people like you? How about no, you dumb masked motherfucker? I thought I was the only retarded masked motherfucker on the internet, but you had to show up and just fart in my place. You're number one, dude. You're the number one masked retard on the platform. Congratulations. You win. Now, I was able to take a look and get the actual full video. It's an hour long, but we're just going to click through it real quick because there's some random stuff before the guy even shows up. It's also at a different angle.
And speaking on the topic, you do have 2 minutes to speak, and as the chair of our meeting, my role will be to make sure that we keep to the time so that we can get to everybody. Also, I do want to make a big ask that we prioritize folks who haven't had a chance to testify yet. Also, if you are an individual from the encampments or an elder or have a little one with you, make sure that when we line up that you come your way to the front, that way we can get to you. And for public testimonies, because we are ending at 1, I do want to make sure that we wrap up the testimonies right at 12:55. That way I can make a couple of quick comments at the end, and then we can also get everybody here out on time at 2 o'clock. So if you are here to testify, okay, we're going to do roll call.
Okay. Councilmember Kim.
Here.
Jost. Johnson.
For joining us in the room today, too.
Well, and I know their problems. I speak today because I want to offer you, each one of you, council members and assistants, our services to help seize control of the conversation that's going on. There are people in that camp who are dying of cancer. I never heard of anyone mention this, medical bankruptcies. I can go on if you want. There are people who, with great courage in this camp, one man has given away his own tent to somebody else 3 times already. These people are citizens of St. Paul, and they deserve not to be swept away. Now, I believe that what we need here...
See, this guy is very reasonable, very passionate. He sounds like that he actually knows what he's talking about and that he has gone to the homeless community, into that encampment, and talked to him. Like, I'm a bullshitter on the internet. Sounds like this guy actually spoke to him. So I will take this man's word over whoever the fuck that mask guy was.
It's a permanent solution. I don't want to talk beds. I think that if we wanted to, we can look at this and go, oh, we spent all this money on Catholic charities. That's $20,000 a bed. And I'm wondering, we're all worried about money, county, city, everybody.
Whoa, you said $20,000 a bed, but is that what you got to be? See, this is how you got to be careful with the money. Is that every month? Is that annually? Now, the thing is, when they say $20,000 a bed, that's not just for one person. So when you go into a homeless shelter, like for me, there was about 45 to 50-ish bunk beds. Each had 2 beds. So a top bunk and a bottom bunk. So you're accumulating a lot of things. There are funds for the food. There are funds for the staff who are making, like, at least here, I think they told me they're making like $16 an hour. Like, not a lot. They have to get additional training, similar to my OIS training, in case someone gets violent in the shelter. So are you talking annually $20,000 a year per bed, or are you saying per person? Now, if you're saying per bed, $20,000 a year is a steal if you're combining everything at once. $20,000 a bed? California wishes that they spent that kind of money. Like, I don't think this guy's really comparing, or he's not giving all the information, or just not doing a really good job stating the information of how it's supposed to be presented. He's like $20,000 for, a Catholic church, nonprofit or charity. In comparison to what, though? You said per bed. Is that annually, monthly, weekly? Like, you need to give us more numbers.
Everybody else, I'm wondering, why are we spending $20,000 on a bed?
In what context, sir?
Now, I'd also like to point out that the mayor has been quick to point out the crime and the emergency calls, the 750 or the 800? That averages out to be $35,000 per homeless person per year. One thing
Yeah, it's like we should arrest them when there's issues.
I'd like to say, if I can, I'm running out of
Thank you.
time.
That is time. Make sure to sign in too. All right, come on up.
Did he just demand a council member yield their time for him? Look, this is probably the most reasonable man there. And look, I appreciate him a lot more than the fucking masked individual. And we'll get to the masked guy here in a little bit, see if he said anything else that was worthwhile going through. But this guy still needs to give a lot more information, because he's just spouting numbers and not giving any context to them. He's like, $35,000 for individuals. Yeah. If the place got cleaned up, people got, help or went to prison, wouldn't be spending as much money. If they would follow the rules, not a lot of money would be, spent on these people. It's like if you enforce the rules, you save money. Weird. All right. So I remember, okay, this guy's at the end. I don't think he says anything new.
That'll take the weapons from the armed group of thugs that they use to brutalize all of us.
Okay, so take away the guns, replace them with the nightsticks. So you're going to do that to the police officers. That means that the governor is going to be calling the National Guard to clean you up with the guns that you initially took away. Not a great plan. Not a great plan.
Until we do that, ain't a damn thing gonna change.
So you have looked at England, right? In order to enforce the law, you need to enforce it. You need to be able to put consequence to that, either through legal means, and if there's resistance, through force. That's why we have laws that we, majority of the time, some of them suck a little, to the best of our ability to enforce. And we want to kind of guarantee that those laws are followed. So if you have a knife and the officer has a pistol, I want, for the most part, 95% of the time, for the police officer to win against you. I want you to survive, and I want you to have your day in court. But no, we are not depolicing. We're not taking away police officers' guns, because even if you de-gunned the entire police department, the criminals will still have guns. You have not thought this through. You are retarded.
Thank you.
Look, I like how he's wearing gloves to be like, I don't want anyone to find me. Dude, just do what I do. Stick to your bedroom. Don't have to worry about gloves. Anyway, I didn't want to do too much with this guy. See, and I don't know all the rest of these individuals, but we don't have a lot of time for that. I just thought it was hilarious that another, masked guy just kind of appears. And I'm like, oh, hello there. Didn't see that coming. There we go. Man, that actually took a little bit more time than I thought. I'm a ranting and a raving today. Oh, Dermy's on vacation right now? Well, why didn't you tell me? Like you did 15 minutes ago. Take your med, Jimmy. Oh, hey, Jazz. T-Jazz. Let's see. Benjamin says, I looked up on Google about the meeting in St. Paul today on reactions to the mayor of St. Paul to the mayor's plan to sweep the parks in Minneapolis. Actually, it does say what the proposed... So PH... let's see here. A little bit of overtime here for this one. PH 2614. St. Paul. A public hearing regarding to the mayor's encampment plan, which was finalized and archived following the city council meeting yesterday. The file generated significant community response regarding the city policies on household residents and Campton sweeps. Okay, so let me bring this down here. Did the encampment plan pass, and what is the plan? Okay, encampment plan went into effect because the plan was enacted through an executive decision by the mayor, her administrations. It did not require a formal legislative vote by the city council to pass. Okay, so this was a dictatorship. Nice, like it. Service-focused coordinated transition plan for encampments is a mayoral initiative designed to completely eliminate large-scale unsheltered homeless camps across the city before the winter season. Okay. Summer, probably a great time to do that. The city is dismantling its 3 largest long-standing homeless encampment one by one. Good. Good. I have a feeling that they're just going to ship them down south, but we'll see. So these are the targeting sites. Pig's Eye Park, Shepherd Road, and Lorient Street. So today it was being cleared. We actually might see that. Hold on. Damn it. There actually might be video. There is video. I can't hear anything.
St. Paul's largest homeless encampment was cleared today. On Wednesday morning, volunteers were at Pig's Eye Park taking out coolers, tents, mattresses, and other general debris. My name is Emily Bowdy with 5 Eyewitness News. Now, those staying at the camp have been given a month to clear. As of this morning, estimates on the number of people remaining varied, from community organizers to city officials. But as of noon, we saw dozens of people still at the park. We spoke to Mayor Herr several weeks ago about the city's decision to close the encampment. At that time, she said it's necessary for the encampment to be closed because otherwise some people there won't accept help.
We are in these encampments every single day. And so when someone has the option to stay, they're not going to take your other options for support.
Community organizers and residents in the...
They want to stay there. They want to get high. If they were responsible adults... See, here's what I did. What did I do? I got a storage... I went to a storage facility, put all my shit in there, made sure I had a job, and went to the homeless shelter. And took me with some hurdles along the way. You know, it took me months, but I saved enough money, paid down some debt, and I got lucky and was able to get a place. Some would call it unfair. I made some unfortunate decisions, but I was able to get back there. I'm sorry if you don't like the result. I'm sorry that people get poor. I'm sorry people make bad decisions. I'm sorry sometimes bad luck happens, but I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. The government can't be responsible for everything, every part of your little life. They can take strides to mitigate that. You know, okay, you know, you need a month or two of unemployment. You know, that's more than fair. And while you're doing that, just to make sure that you're on top of it, we need you to come to some employment, orientations. We need you to report to us, see where you've been doing, for the week. Because if we're going to be giving you tax dollars, so you don't become homeless, you need to report back to us. Make sure that, we're spending the tax dollars, the taxpayers' money wisely on you. I'm sorry, but that is a fair deal. Thank you. Thank you, Spellbinder. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, it looks like that they're going to be clearing out everything. It looks like they cleared out a lot already. Let's see here. All right, let's go back because we'll leave that there.
Hey, thank you for watching this clip from my live stream. Please comment below, like, and subscribe. And be sure to subscribe to my main channel where I do all these live streams and have my independent videos where I do deep dives. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, you are somebody, I am nobody, and I hope you have a fantastic day.